Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
And it does. Your voice matters, man. And it's time to use it. It's time to use it. So, we got free agency getting ready to kick off. And so, you know, I've been hearing everybody talk about this all in. But you ain't heard it come from me. Because there is a version of all in for the Dallas Cowboys. They are being pretty direct. I'm going to break it down. But we will also get into them free agents, man. And we going to talk about this from a measured Kool-Aid perspective. So y'all sit back, man. Let's get ready. Because the off season is here, that means the season is actually here. Because that's when you win your championships. By the moves you make in the off season. Let's go.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Let's go.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Ain't no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop for 9 months to month, still from year to year. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest. Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to vet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my B-day. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Man, wave your hands if you treat every day like it's your birthday.
Do it again, again, again.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports. Executives, have a seat.
Do it again, again, again.
All right, man. Ooh-wee. So, it's getting ready to kick off. And I made a prediction. I said something about 4 weeks ago. I got some pushback. I think I'm going to be right. I said something. And I want everybody to pay attention. This is just my gut feeling. I want y'all to really hear me out. See, because Green Bay kicked a hole in our hearts. It did. It did. And a lot of us have become extra negative, almost too negative. Because you do, in my opinion, have to learn to departmentalize with the Dallas Cowboys. Because obviously the letdown was horrible. It was trash. It was garbage. What happened to Green Bay? But it's also been a lot of good that happened up to Green Bay that led to the massive meltdown. See, it was a whole lot of people believing in the home field advantage. It was a lot. Why? Because we had a lot of home field success. It was a whole lot of people believing in the talent. Why? Because the talent was obvious. That also means, hear me out. There are some things about the Dallas Cowboys that are very good. This part of the offseason, we're very good. Not kind of good, very good. Like, this is where what's getting ready to start on the 13th and beyond is where the Dallas Cowboys usually ace the test. Don't get it twisted. Don't let the letdown make you not departmentalize where we are really good. Okay. And so this is also why what I'm getting ready to talk about is so important about what's all in, right? I got to set the stage because I really believe that we getting ready to see some things in this free agency, right? Primarily, this is why, okay? It's a lot of pressure to win us back. That's the main reason I believe that we are going to do a little bit more than we normally do. Just a little bit. It ain't gonna be like a all in. It's not gonna be trash, bottom of the basement sales. It's gonna be some quality names that's gonna come in this free agency. Some quality names, right? Now, they ain't gonna be top of the shelf. They're not gonna be Neiman Marcus. They're not gonna be Chris Jones. They're not gonna be perfect free agents. No, they're not. They not. But they gonna be good ones. They gonna be ones who've made impact and can help us now. That's what you're getting ready to see. And it's because it's pressure to win us back.
I would anticipate we'll be all in at the end of this year.
Yeah, hold on. Before I play that, let me go back. It's pressure to win us back. It's a lot of pressure. Now, the person that seems oblivious to it is Stephen Jones. See, Stephen Jones, he's always come up during the times to where the kingdom has always been winning all his battles. But see, Jerry, remember when he bought the team, he bought it in ruins. So he knows that Rome can fall. He knows it. So he moves with a different sense of urgency than Steven, especially when he starts seeing the crowd getting away from him. And anybody can see that this year, the pessimism for the Dallas Cowboys is at an all-time high. Steven is going to have to take a backseat some because of what I believe Jerry senses. Okay? It's pressure to win us back. So because of that pressure, I also believe that they're going to be a little bit more aggressive. Just a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. Yeah. So let's really listen to what he said on his all in. Let's really listen to it. All right. And I'm going to break it down. Now, you don't hear a lot of people break stuff down, but this is something that I'm very, very good at. And then we go get into these free agents. Because I have the list of all the free agents, and it's gonna be very interesting to go through it, because it is interesting when we go through the free agents, it's gonna tell a story. But before we do, I want to really listen to Jerry. Here we go.
I would anticipate we'll be all in at the end of this year. So when you say, is there any thought I think Will Strainer will push the hell out of it.
Okay. Is that doing something different than you had
Because he said we'll push the hell out of it.
in the past in that respect?
Well, it will be, it will be going all in on different people than you've done in the past.
Yep. He said we will be going in on different people that we haven't done in the past.
We'll be going all in. We've seen some things out of some of the players that we want to be all in on. And yes, I would say that you will see us this coming year not building for the future.
See, that's key right there. See, that part goes over a lot of people's head. Let me rewind that, because that's so key, and I know most people miss that. Listen.
All in on. And yes, I would say that you will see us this coming year not building for the future.
This year, we're not building for the future. So let me ask y'all a common sense question. Why would you say this year we're not building for the future unless in the past you did? This time we not building for the future. Yeah, because in the past you did. Yeah. And see, we was saying it last year on the draft show, on the final word. We was all saying it. Now, a lot of people didn't want to hear it, but we was saying it when everybody wanted us to praise that draft. That everybody wanted us to, they wanted us to suck up to that draft. They wanted us to, oh, Will McClay did his thing again. Oh, Will. Oh. And we was over here like, bro, we was literally calling it a futures draft. Basically like red shirts. Yeah, we was calling it that. So that lets me know they did it. So that also means they squandered an opportunity. See, last year wasn't the time to try to replace guys into the future. You should have been trying to tool that team with the best dudes just because they was there. You should have got Sanders instead of Schoon. You should have. You should have got Tank Dell instead of Schoon. You should have. Tank Dell was there, bro. He was the better player than Schoon. Don't you come in here and try to overthink it. All you front office apologists. Oh no, I like Schoon. Schoon wasn't and will never be the player that Tank Dell is and was. But they was thinking into the future. They weren't thinking about, let's load up. Let's just get the best dude. Oh, yeah, Dak might not need this, but this gonna make Dak even scarier. Get Tank. Nope. And instead of getting a running back in round 3, and they had plenty, right? We trying to replace Curse. Yeah, so we get Overshawn. Yeah, not a bad player, but we know what was behind it, man. Y'all trying to replace Boss. That was the design of last year's draft. You was looking to replace. And that's why he said, this time we not doing that. This time we're not doing that.
All in on. And yes, I would say that you will see us this coming year not building for the future.
Yep. This coming year, we not doing that. We not doing what we did last year, which is also saying it was likely some talks between him and Steve. Like, yeah, we get what you was doing, but that wasn't the move. Jerry trying to get us back. That's what I believe it. I believe it. Just me reading the tea leaves. I think it's pressure to win us back. And Steven had to give an account. I believe he had to give an account to Jerry on his strategy because it was a bold strategy. It was a bold thing to gamble with a great team like the Dallas Cowboys, and instead of just being aggressive and getting the aggressive BPA guys, best player available guys, you was trying to draft into the future. You was trying to replace guys into the future. Yeah, I think Jerry had that sit down. It's like, Steven, we ain't doing that, man. Not this year. Yeah, and my boy D.A. Lee said he ain't buying it. Yeah, and that's cool because we gonna let it play out. And I want to see if I'm right on this, because I do believe that they getting ready to. Now, it's not going to be Chris Jones. It's not going to be that type. But it's going to be some names. I'm going to give y'all some examples of names that I think they go do. That's going to shock us. That's going to shock us. I'm going to name names today. I'm going to name names. Yes, because he trying to win us back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the reason why I think they go do it because they know y'all not buying it. So they go try to this is what the goal go be with Jerry. Not with Steven, but with Jerry. Jerry go try to get y'all to at least do this. He go try to win y'all back in steps. See, because it's a lot of people, man. I don't believe it. But if he get a couple of these signs that I think they go do, y'all gonna go from to yeah, middle-aged linebacker gonna be one of them. My boy say middle-aged linebacker. Yep. And we gonna eat the cheese too. We gonna eat it up. It's gonna be an easy sale. Too. Watch. We gonna eat it up. We gonna go from Bobby Wagner to go look at the stats. Go look at his production. Go look at watch. Anyway. So yeah, it's the pressure, right? But let me keep playing it.
It's the best way I don't say it. Man, that ought to answer a lot of questions.
And see, that's the key point too. He was letting us know, I'm giving y'all a big nugget. That's not a small nugget. He's saying that should tell you a lot. Listen.
All in on. And yes, I would say that you will see us this coming year not building for the future. It's the best way I don't say it. Man, that ought to answer a lot of questions.
Yep. And it answered a lot of my questions. Because, see, if I was over here saying last year that was a draft for the future, and you come out and say basically, yeah, we ain't doing that again, you are answering a lot. First, you saying you did, which we speculated that you did. You now confirmed that you did. Second, you saying you're not going to do it again. That also means we gonna go aggressive on BPA in the draft. That's my they want us back, y'all. I'm telling you. The pressure is to win us back. Yeah. People that don't believe their voice matter, your voice matter. Cause see, Steven Jones might not be shaking in his boots, but Jerry, he senses it, and he cares deeply about what we think and about how we feel, because we are the ones who fuel his empire. A smart businessman is going to always be very conscious of his end user.
Bruh.
Yep.
You can't handle the truth.
So, all right. So let's look at some of these free agents, and I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Man, I gotta. Matter of fact, let's measure this. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. All right, so let's take a look at this. As you looking at this, what does it say to you? Look at the free agent list of expired contracts, and what does it say? Yeah, what does it say? Well, to help answer that question, I think you got to look at it from previous years. So this is this year's free agent class, right? This was last year's. This is also the year before. So let's go back and look at it again. What does it say with this of expired contracts? I like your super chat, Sydney. I'm going to read it in a minute. That's a good one. You know what it says to me when I really look at this? Especially when you look at this free agent class and expired contracts compared to the previous ones. It says that we have less work to do. It was way more people to change in previous free agents than it is now. It was more people that needed to be upgraded, swapped, whatever you want to say. It's way less now. And so when I also look at this free agent list, you know what else I see? And I want y'all to really, yes, it's less options. I want y'all to really hear me out. And if you look closely, you'll see that we truly are already set up for BPA. Because this is the case I'm going to make. That most of these free agents either have excellent depth, replaceable depth, or good depth. Which is saying that drafting for the future is actually now. I'm going to say it again because I might have said that too fast. If you look closely, what you will notice is that a lot of these people on this list are either fully replaceable, or you can see that they are partially replaceable from people that's already on this team. Yeah. So in other words, depth across the board, and the future is now. Let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. Just real quick. Let's start with Curse. Who could possibly be a replacement for Curse or potential upgrade to Curse right now? The future is now. See, because remember, they admitted we not drafting for the future, right? That also meant sometime in the past they did. So it's time to go ahead and draw that card. The red shirt guys, yeah, he's one. You can easily say Wagner Thomas right now replaces Curse. You good? Yep, Bell or Thomas. I love it. Right. Yeah, because the future is actually now. Yeah, so when you look at that free agent list, it's actually not as bad if you really break it down. Let's keep breaking it down. Let's break it down one by one. So we started with So if you break that down, do you really feel bad about losing Curse if we lose Curse?
Oh, hell no.
You don't. You don't. Okay, let's go to tight end. Right? So we are talking about a 4-string tight end. Let me ask you a question. Could we be already better at tight end?
Bruh.
I think it's pretty easy to see based on the red shirts. Right? Like, it was talks before he hurt his ACL that was a possibility that John Stevens was going to even start pushing for tight end 1. Now, we all now love Jake Ferguson. But just keep in mind, it was a guy that we haven't even seen yet, like in the real game, that literally was pushing again for tight end 1. So that's what I'm saying. If you really, really break down the free agents, the future is actually now and is right under our nose. We thinking we got to replace all these free agents. If you really look close, most of these guys are actually already replaced, bro. So, which is saying we are, and I'm going to keep going line by line and proving this, but it's pretty much showing, bro, we already, if you look close, we already, for the most part, right there at being BPA. Like, right there. Yeah. And John Stevens that's one of the main ones. That's one of the main ones that a lot of us forgot about. Cal Pitts Part 2. You know what I mean? Just wait. Yeah. So like I said, we gotta look at this. We gotta departmentalize our pain. Yes, the pain of Green Bay hurt, but we are at that part of the season where we do well. Not even just well, where we kill it. Where we kill it. See, we the team that'll find a steal as an undrafted free agent. We the team that'll find a TJ Bass as an undrafted free agent. We the team that'll find a John Stevens as and they'll come in and look just as good or better than your ones. My boy Rome in the building. What's up, Roman Rome? CFT in the building. Yeah, man. But you feel me on that, C? Like this, like, you know, I get it. We upset, you know, Green Bay hurt our hearts and all of that. But, and like me and Big, we was going back and forth. He said, boss, you drunk some Kool-Aid. I said, yeah, I drunk this version of the Kool-Aid. I am going to drink every year our ability to get talent. I'm going to get drunk on that Kool-Aid every year. Every year, I believe that our front office and I'm talking about all of them together, they are the best in the league. In the league. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Cause what was we doing last year? We need a kicker. Oh, they so stupid. They got rid of Mayer.
Bruh.
Ended up having the best kicker out of nowhere. Our personnel team. See, departmentalize your pain. The pain of the loss on Green Bay is totally different than what we've been doing in terms of team building. Don't get it twisted. Ooh, don't you get it twisted. Cause see, what happened to all them tears when you saw that same kicker that everybody was doubting at a Pro Bowl level? What happened to all the tears? They just all of a sudden disappeared.
You can't handle the truth.
So 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 like, you know, I get it. I believe it when I see it. Now I'm gonna say it now, bro. We've already seen them, boy. Let's keep examining. So tackle, right? Tackle. So it's a lot of people obviously panicking on the loss of Tyron Smith, especially the way that he played last year. Anybody that's fair-minded to understand the panic, right? But we talked about this all week this week. Remember, we already have a left tackle if we need him. We got a guy who already said, just point me where you need me and I'm going to go. We looking at a guy who had such a massive gain as a true rookie. He went from baby fat face in 3 months. He went to slim and trim and ready to go. And that's a rookie. So what you telling me is you worried about year 3, Tyler Smith at left tackle if we need him? My answer to that is,
Oh, hell no!
I'm not worried at all. Not even a little bit. And I'm very happy with the fact of what we saw with OG TJ Bass. What we saw. Keep in mind, what we saw was out of a rookie. Let me ask y'all a question. When do players make their biggest jump? When do players make their biggest jump? The future is truly now. So if you really truly looking at that free agent list and you're looking at who we got to replace, are we really in a panic? Are we really losing our team? You can even look at center. Yeah, year 2. Between year 1 and year 2 is when players make their biggest jump. So that means we haven't even seen the best of TJ. So if you like what you saw in year 1, you telling me that you ain't gonna love what you gonna potentially see in year 2? Yeah. So is tackle really a need? A need. Need. Is it really a need?
Oh, hell no!
So really, once again, we are truly in a position to go BPA. And then obviously center. Center might be the one issue that can be bumpy, right? Center can, but remember, we saying we got depth still across the board that we haven't discussed, right? We everybody saying we need a center. And first of all, how did center become the number 1 offseason need? I'm not gonna let y'all just talk me into anything, bro. Y'all not gonna be able to just make up stuff, pull stuff out your butt, and I'll be like, yeah, we need a center, yeah. We wasn't even running the ball up the middle. We was running off the edges with Pollard. Oh, we need a center so we can attack the AB gap. Was Mike McCarthy like running the ball like that or something? I'm trying to see something. Yeah, man. And I saw them do that before, man, where all of a sudden center is just a massive need. It's like, when? When? Like, when? And can somebody show me these games of, I'm waiting to see the game of Tyler Biotis getting destroyed. I'm waiting on it. Nobody ever showed me this game. Like, you go find a bad 2 or 3 plays out of all the offensive line, even Zach Martin. But I'm still waiting, bro. So I'm not seeing center like a lot of people seeing center. But even if we lose Tyler Biotis, which I don't want to, did y'all hate what y'all saw in Brock Hoffman? Was he just gutter boo-boo trash? Was he just like, ugh? Or do you think we could get through a season with him? And then we also picked up Billy Price that we ain't discussing. So then let's go back to the list, and I'm going to ask a question again. If I go look at our depth and look at the fact that the future is now, do we even have a major center need? My answer is,
Oh, hell no.
and so I love what I'm saying because y'all answers is the same things that I saw. I love it. That is confirmation. What y'all saying in the chat is confirmation of what I saw as well. I saw Hoffman play good too, bruh. Yeah, Tyron, I saw the same thing. Hoffman played good. But let us tell it. We need a center. Dak was getting sacked. Oh, he kept getting sacked from the A gap.
Bruh. Oh, hell no.
Win. Win.
You are fake news.
So I'm so sick of hearing center. Oh, we need a center. We got all these beautiful tackles that are, every year we all know tackle is way more valuable than center, but for some reason center is just more valuable than tackle this year. Like, what in the world is going on? No, I'm not tripping. No, I'm not tripping. No, I don't think I don't think Tyler was bad. And I guarantee you don't either. Cause I'm so sick of people trying to act like they be watching football looking dead at the center position. Y'all some damn lies. Y'all ain't nobody been sitting there watching, oh, we so bad cause of Tyler Biadasz. I ain't heard that none during the season. Now, I ain't heard that from nobody. Now it's the off season. Oh, Tyler was just bad. When? I wasn't hearing on the weekly basis. Man, we need to replace center. Oh, when did we really start hearing it? Now. Nobody was saying this during the season. It is wee woo, bro, and I'm not falling for it.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
And I saw y'all do this to him before, man. I saw them trash Tyler Biadasz. Trash the hell out of Tyler. We need Tyler Lindenbaum. Man, they the same player. They really are. They got the same grades coming out of college. They got the same awards. Yeah, sure did. A lot of people didn't even know that Tyler Biadasz had a first round grade until his senior year. We basically got a first rounder. People don't even know it. Yeah. Oh, people forgot Tyler Biadasz. He was on the all rookie team as a true rookie. Am I saying he just amazing? No. But is he this massive liability that people trying to paint him into? Boss, you wasn't watching. Man, you wasn't watching. Y'all need to stop the cap. And just because I don't go with the crowd, now people be like, oh, boss, if you say center wasn't the issue, tell me the game. Just tell me the games. And it's funny. I just need one game. Can y'all give me one? One. See, now, if I say, give me some Anthony Brown bad games, y'all could. If I say, give me some Pollard bad games, y'all could. If I say, give me some Dak bad games, y'all could. But you can't give me no Tyler Biadasz bad games. You can't even give me one. Stop the cap.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
All right. And it just amazed me how, because something is said over and over and over and over again, people just believe it. And you know that's how propaganda works. They actually did a study on propaganda. The key thing about propaganda is you got to say it over and over and over and over again. And see, then what happens is when you hear all these people keep hearing sin is an issue, sin is an issue, sin is an issue. Then they be like, sin must be an issue because everybody's saying it. So they begin to say it, and they say it with confidence because they kept hearing sin is an issue, sin is an issue, sin is our biggest issue. If we don't fix center, so then you start trying to be in the know. So then you get at the water cooler and you say, you know what, guys, we need to fix that center. And the whole time you were just hearing it over and over. You didn't do no film breakdown. You didn't do no matchups. You didn't do any of that. So my thing is I'm trying to break us out of that type of stuff to where we just go with stuff because we hear it a lot. I want people that follow this channel to be smarter than that. I want people that follow this channel to be independent, not followers of the crowd. People that question the crowd. You know, when the crowd is saying stuff overwhelming, I would actually say be leery. Yeah, I saw that Fletcher retired. You say you watched plenty of tape on him? Okay. So you say you watched plenty of tape. So you say he got cooked against the Panthers. All right. Okay, so this is what I do. I go look at the Panthers game. And I do it live. I do it openly. Because I finally got somebody to tell me a game where they claiming Tyler Biadasz was just horrible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grade that game in the open, wide open. And this people know this is what I do. This is what I do. I'm gonna grade every one of those plays in the wide open space. And we gonna see if he played as bad as you say he did. Okay. Then my boy Life Crazy said Buffalo. We gonna do that one as well. Yeah. And then Eli said even Zach was getting work that game too. Yeah, you go see offensive linemen lose on occasion. It happens to all of them. I just don't think it's as bad. Yeah. And then he said he got bullied on a few plays, but out of 60 plus plays, about 5 snaps wasn't great. That sounded about right. So that, that's, to me, that's about the ratio that I would expect. Because I also remember days to where, and I remember this like it was yesterday. I remember the crowd hated Steele and loved La'el Collins. I remember that very clear. And I showed the film on that side by side. And I was like, straight up,
Oh, hell no.
it was not true. It was never true. Once Steele got going, La'el should have sat his ass down forever at right tackle. For real. It was that obvious. But let the crowd say it. They need to bench Steele. And I was listening to the radio. They was blaming Steele for stuff he wasn't even doing. And they was lying. They was saying the reason why Steele did so good versus the Chargers and Bosa is because he was getting all kind of help from Zach Martin. Bro, I showed the film. He got no help from Zach. None. He was one-on-one all day. But because people was hearing it on the radio, oh, Steele, he's the problem. We was getting our most push from Steele, and the crowd the whole time hated him. The crowd celebrated when La'el went into the San Francisco playoff game as the starter. I was the only one hated it. I hated it because I was like, bruh, y'all not playing the best right tackle. The one that's getting all the push, y'all got him on the bench. Yeah. So nah, the crowd, Yeah. So anyway. Yep. So it's what it is, man. So, but I take y'all serious. So you said the Panthers, and then another game was Buffalo. I'm gonna go take a look at both of those games. But if those games come out actually good or decent, shouldn't you hold yourself accountable for false news?
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
So when I go grade these games in the broad daylight in front of everybody, if Tyler Biotish plays decent or good, shouldn't you have to own that publicly, big dog?
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Because if he trash, guess what I'm gonna say? Oh yeah, I see what y'all saying on this one. Yeah, he did play bad. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say openly. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna own it openly. I think you should. Because if you over here naming a game in which he probably played decent, if he plays decent but you called it bad, you are fake news.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
And you got to check yourself and your motives. Because if you putting out fake news to be right, your interest is not the Cowboys. Let's keep looking at this, though. Running back. So everybody look at running back and they see Rico and they see Pollard and they say, man, we getting ready to lose two guys. But that's another position where, remember, we drafted for what? The future. And the future is now. Am I saying this go absolutely work? No. But the future is now. Where they're going to try to roll out some guys and give them more reps. I think it would be very foolish to not put a massive amount of competition in the running back room. But yeah, they do have some people that's in the building that they can use. That's already here. That was redshirted. That, in my opinion, they intentionally limited their usage. So, yes, you do have a need at running back. But when you look at the depth again, you can see to where we still are in a good position to be BPA. Corner. Looking at corner. So corner to me could be sneaky, but corner not even sneaky. Because let me ask you a question. Have we forgot about Nashawn Wright? When is he gonna get his chance? Is this year 3? Is this or is year 4? Because once again, you might already have what you need. Because what people are automatically assuming, this is what people assume, and they saying, okay, we don't have Gilmore. If we lose Gilmore, then what we gonna do about the nickel? Well, you could have Izzy or Nashawn Wright playing outside, Bland in the nickel, and Diggs on the other corner. It's very possible that you still have your solution in the building. That's why I keep saying, when you really go look at that free agent list and you look at the depth across the board that they did build. Because remember, Jerry did say, we're not going to be building for the future this time. Because they did build for the future the last couple of drafts. They did build depth. They do. To where they literally could go even into the cornerback room and say, we're good. They could. Then you look at defensive line, right? That's the risky one to me. See, that's where they playing with pausing, in my opinion. Because, yeah, I can make the case that they have depth, but the timing of the depth is bad. It's putting too much pressure on Mozzie, in my opinion. That's just way too much pressure. Why? Because the average defensive tackle is going to take about 3 years to get their man body, to get the meat and potatoes. And you can look across the NFL and you'll see it's around year 3 where you would then take that on. Would then take on a risk. But this is going into year 2. So you kind of rushing his development, in my opinion, if you don't replace defensive line. Defensive line is also, to me, where I also believe I see our biggest opportunity in free agent. Just looking at free agency, that's where I also honestly believe I see our biggest opportunity. If you look at the free agents, hold on, let me see if I can give y'all a better list. Give me 1 second. Let me try to give y'all a better list. Let me try this one. Y'all give me a second, man. Let me. Gotta fly these planes, bro. You know, I gotta have a good presentation, man. That's what it is. Sometimes 30. Let me get this right. You feel me? That presentation is important to me, man. I need to make sure y'all can see. But one thing that I did notice about this free agent class is this free agent class got some quality marshals in it. That even if you don't go for the top names, which we likely won't do, it's still some guys in here that are very good quality, potential defensive tackles that could come in and help. Sheldon Rankins will be one. A clear Marshalls, because he was drafted 12th overall. Former great. When I say Marshalls, that's what I'm talking about, a former great. To where you either showed it in the league greatness or you showed it in college and it reflected in how you was drafted. So in Dallas, one of the all-in strategies that they do very aggressively is they are very big on the Marshalls free agents. Very big on it. So you'll see an investment into Marshall's free agents, and I can see them doing something like a Sheldon Rankins. That's why I say I'm gonna name some names today. People that I could actually see us taking a stab at. Now, this is not a quality Marshalls, but this is somebody that kind of makes sense to me. Tim Settle, who was drafted by the Washington Commanders. He is not a Marshalls, but he's a good scheme fit to me. That big, massive, one-tech, unmovable guy. Just a massive guy. I just think he fit. He's somebody that if I wrote the Boss Cowboy Guide, he would be top in there, even though he's not a Marshalls. That's somebody I could see us definitely doing. Somebody who greatly fit us. Somebody else that fit how we've been shopping is Kinlaw. Kinlaw, another Marshalls, former first guy. We like to go after those guys now to build. He's somebody from a defensive tackle that could help us out and come in and be that investment into the Marshalls. And see, I like this class because the thing about this class was the class that I started writing about in my first book. All of these guys was in my first book, and now they up to be free agents, and it's just kind of cool to see how they progressed. Another guy that fits the Marshalls profile is Tavon Bryant. He was somebody that I loved a lot in the Boss Cowboy Guide 4 years ago. And he's also a former great Marshalls, somebody that we could target, and I think we should. Because if we do bring in one of these former greats, now these guys are fully cooked. These guys have been through the year 3, year 4 gains. They're fully in their man bodies. You're not waiting on them to develop their man bodies like you waiting on with Mozzie. And you're not putting that pressure on Mozzie. So defensive tackle is where I wouldn't want us to look to solve that problem in the draft anyway. I don't think the draft is where you solve the problem of run stoppage unless that pick is a top 10 pick. And I don't even believe Murphy would be instant. You know how everybody love Murphy for Texas? I think it's going to take him 3 years too. I'm not saying he's not going to make some splash plays. I believe he is. But I think you go see your best. I think you go see your best out of him in year 3. My boy George Booney say, Kinlaw is trash. He booty. or did he get a chance to cook over there? But I appreciate the intel, bro, because I appreciate that intel. My boy George Booney, man, he a San Fran fan. So just kind of looking at, if I'm looking at the free agent list, most of the places I had no concern. Defensive tackle, that's where I had concern. That's where I have concern. Defensive, because if you saying we are, okay. So this is good information. I'm glad to hear this. He said he stayed hurt. So George is not necessarily his play. It was more so his availability. And that's why I still like a Kinlaw to Dallas. Because a Kinlaw to Dallas, he could have stayed hurt under your trainers. He might be healthy under our trainers. It's not a reach to say that we have the best training and medical team out of all the teams. For real. Like, look how fast Steele came back, bro. Man, Steele went through the whole training camp and was not put on PUP. That's crazy, bro. He was injured in December. Broke his ACL in 3 places. Kyler Murray went out the same day. He didn't even return to November. Steele was ready to go before training camp. Pollard broke his ankle clean in the playoffs and was ready to go before the season started. So where Kinlaw might have stayed hurt with y'all, he might stay healthy with us because of our medical team. Remember, and this is a fact. This is a fact. People forgot that Malik Hooker had a 99% chance of re-injury when Dallas signed him. 99% chance of re-injury. Malik Hooker has not been hurt since he been in Dallas. So that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes, like, George Booney, he a cool dude. But it's true, man. Sometimes people trash be some people treasures. That's real talk. Yeah. And then I forgot about Christian Wilkins. Yeah. Like, you can get better at the defensive. You can get better at the DT. You can. You sure can. And this is where I believe the Dallas Cowboys should spend that money. I don't mean a lot of money. You can still go with your Marshall strategy. I'm with it. You don't got to go all in, but you can't go cheap either. Because, see, this is the problem with Stephen Jones. In my opinion, Stephen Jones thinks and believes you can solve any problem through the draft. And that's just...
Oh, hell no!
It's just not true.
You can't handle the truth!
You cannot solve defensive tackle in the draft. Not where we picking. Not where we've been picking. It is no defensive tackle that would have been an instant impact. Even Dexter Lawrence.
Bruh. Oh, hell no!
The Dexter Lawrence that we all look at now and say, ooh, that was not Dexter Lawrence year 1 nor year 2. You start seeing this Dexter Lawrence in year 3.
Another one.
You got to spin here, in my opinion, Dallas. All right, so here we go. So then, lastly, as I'm looking at the free agent list, then you got defensive end. And like I said, are we really out of there? Or is it time for somebody else to step up? This is the perfect time for me. Yeah, we gonna talk about them linebackers. But this is the perfect time. That's why I say if you really look closely at the free agent list and who we could lose, are we really as bad as what we look like? And I definitely agree with this, what you said right here. Totally agree with this. I just hope we didn't drop the ball on Fowler. I have a feeling we did. I think we dropped the ball on Fowler playing too much politics, too much of the our guys bullshit. Cause see, they didn't just play him once; they played him twice. See, they didn't just play him once; they played him twice. Fowler was the most efficient edge rusher that we had on the whole squad, even over Michael Parsons. And I'm saying efficiency, his ratio to his snaps. He was better than all of them on his snaps to sacks. He was better than all of them on his snaps to pressures. He was better than all of them. And when you trending like that, you supposed to get more reps. And they never did. They always had him under the snap usage of Armstrong, which was always goofy, just always just stupid. So hopefully Fowler come back, but if I was Fowler, I wouldn't come back to no toxic environment. I wouldn't go to no environment to where just because a guy was drafted, they're going to be favored over you. Like, why would I risk my career? It's the same thing happened to Noah in the cornerback room. Noah was a former first who got treated like a pure bastard in Dallas. But Jordan Lewis played good, boss. It's a possibility that Noah could have been an upgrade, but we never got a chance to see it, did we? Yep. So Noah got the same treatment as Evans. So let me say this real quick. As we kind of looking at, the free agents and stuff like that, getting prepared for the Cowboys all in. So I'm going to just tell y'all what the all in is going to be. And I told y'all I was going to talk about linebacker. But see, linebacker is also a good sign as well. Because remember, on the previous years, if you go look at the previous years, wasn't linebacker on the list? With people with expiring contracts? Yep. It was on the list big time. Is it on the list this year? No, not at all. No expiring contract coming from the linebacker room, which is saying we basically have young guys. That's why it's important who coaches those guys. That's why we got to keep the pressure up in that room, because we already pretty much drafted for the future of that position. Yeah, that's what Overshawn is, right? Yeah. What did Jerry say? We won't be drafting for the future this time. Why? Because they already did. So that's why when you go look at the free agent list at linebacker, it's clean. It ain't been clean the last 2 years. It's been full of people you have to replace. So when you see a list like this, what it's also saying, to be honest, that building through the draft strategy has been working. Because if you look close, we have depth, and at least good depth, at worst, on players that seem to be starter need. Are they really starter need? Can we upgrade from tight end 4? Yes. Can we upgrade from tackle? Yes. Can we upgrade from center? Yes. Can we get better at running back with a little bit of help? Can corner be just as good doing nothing? Yep. It can be just as good. Does defensive line need some help? I would say yep. That's the risky one. Can you upgrade safety and move on from Curse? Yep. Is it a possibility that Sam Williams can be at least a replacement for one, Armstrong or Fowler? I would say yes. So are we as bad as what we think we are going into free agency?
Oh, hell no!
This clearly says you got to invest into a couple of things. Defensive tackle. Lastly, I would say, because of the youth of that linebacker room, because it is nobody with expired contracts in there. That's where my number one, a lot of y'all ain't gonna want to hear this, but it's clear to me. My number one guy by a million miles is Bobby Wagner. I already hear y'all.
Oh, hell no!
Boss, he old, boss. He old, boss. Ain't it funny? He one of the oldest dudes on here, but he actually played in most of the games when them young boys have not. He also played close to the most snaps. The only person that played most snaps than him was Patrick Queen. That's it. And he had way more tackles than Patrick Queen with less snaps. Had the same amount of sacks as Patrick Queen. Same amount of QB hits. So he about 9 years older than Patrick Queen, but playing just as good. But Cowboy fans would be like, no, boss, I don't want him. I don't want him. Nope. I think Bobby Wagner makes the most sense by a mile. First of all, if you get bad Bobby Wagner, you don't have to worry about Scott McCurley coaching him. This man knows how to coach himself. He comes in with the cachet and the pedigree to tell everybody, including Michael, to shut up.
Bruh.
See, Bobby Wagner could say, hey, bro, you talking too much on the mic. And guess who would listen? Michael Parsons. Why? Because Bobby Wagner has already done and been places that Michael is trying to go.
You can't handle the truth!
So if you're trying to get a guy that can come into your defense and be an instant leader day one and a full-time upgrade over LVE times 4, you looking at him.
Bruh.
This ain't even hard. Very easy decision on that. So as I'm looking at free agency, I would say this. The two issues that the Dallas Cowboys, in my opinion, should address before the draft. Defensive tackle and linebacker. With a vet at both of those positions. Everywhere else, you can draft. Everywhere else, draft it. Do whatever you want to do. Those two positions, in my opinion, because what did Will McClay say? We got to fix that middle. We got to stop the run. Okay, well, shit, man. You ain't going to be able to do that getting a DT in the draft. It's not going to happen. So you got to spend money, man. That's what you got to do. Just do it the way you've been doing it, though. Go get you one of them old Marshalls, and yeah, we'll rock with that. And I feel you on this, Tyrone Church. I feel you. He said, I'll take Evans back. I agree with that. I agree with that. It's just the politics of how it was let go. I just don't think it would happen, but I definitely agree with that. Tyrone say DT running back and linebacker. I agree with that too. Running back is also where we should address it. Thank you, Tyrone. in free agency, more so because it's a depressed market. You gonna be able to get a real good, high quality running back for a low cost, so you might as well get you a Josh Jacobs. Cause see, I don't think Josh Jacobs fell off. I think Josh Jacobs was offended. I think that's just my personal opinion. There's nobody that knows how to offend you better than the Raiders. The Raiders is the best at almost killing careers. Like, for real. It is no organization that is chef's kiss on being a career killer. The Raiders will destroy your career when you got a ton left in the tank. Remember, the Raiders almost destroyed Randy Moss's career. The Raiders almost destroyed Amari Cooper's career. Yeah. So Josh Jacobs make a lot of sense. And if you can get a Josh Jacobs for like 3 years, 27 million, I mean, 7 million per on average, bro, you better take that. Because I believe that I would have been offended too. You just gave this organization 1,600 yards and they tagged you.
Oh, hell no.
I was up for MVP of the whole league as a running back and you tagged me.
Oh, hell no.
So do you think I'm going to break my arm for an organization that showed the lack of appreciation that the Raiders did?
Oh, hell no.
So I'm telling you, Josh Jacobs could be what Amari Cooper was to us. Because remember when Amari Cooper came over from the Raiders, his numbers was very womp, very. Exploded with us. That whole new environment did something. Yeah, running back, yeah, that would be another one. You right. You right. Oh, 9 million? For who? For who? What contract? 9 million per. But yeah, man, looking at the Dallas Cowboys all in, let me say this real quick and then we gonna get up out of here. Couple of things. This is what's gonna really, This what's gonna really let you know if Dallas is really all in. If Dallas is really all in, you will see Dak extension finish right at the 13th. So within 3 days, it's gonna be done. And you're gonna see aggressive week 1 deals. See, this is why the Dallas Cowboys, if they all in, you got to start closing deals early. Now, when you go, let's say, so in the first week of free agency, if you go get you, let's say, Bobby Wagner, right? What's going to happen? That's why you got to do it early. Let's say if you go out there and you get Bobby Wagner in the first week. Because remember, the first week, last year, the Dallas Cowboys in the first week of free agency signed Cooks and Gilmore. So what that does is, because the Dallas Cowboys is a media magnet, everybody, including the free agents, will go tune in. Okay. Cause see, this is what you want. This is why you want to make moves early. You don't want to sit back and wait on your phone to ring. You want to try to go close some big deals. Because let's say if you go get a name, let's say Saquon or Swift or Bobby or one of them defensive tackles, right? Then this is what you want to happen around the league. You want people collectively to say, See, if you can get that from the public and from those other free agents, that's going to make them receptive. if the optics is Dallas was just talk about all in, they are not aggressively trying to talk to free agents. They sitting back doing it to Stephen Jones. We go wait on our phone to ring. Where you gonna likely miss your boat. So if we all in, one of the biggest things you gonna see us do is free up money by extending that, so that we can go build around them. That's one of the first things you go see within the next 3 days. Okay. Next thing you go see, if we are in our version of all in, you go see some late round trades for assets. Cause see, that's our version of all in. See, we not gonna give away a first. We'll only do that in crisis, like we did with Amari. Only in crisis. But right now, we don't look at it as crisis. See, some people forgot, but we didn't do stuff like trades. So it was new when we traded a 5th rounder to get Gilmore. That was new to us. That's our version of all in. Some people don't know it, but Hankins was a trade. He was traded for a 6th rounder. We gave away a 6 to get him. We gave away a 5th to get Brandon Cooks. So Dallas now, and every one of them was quality assets and valuable to the squad. You could say that every one of them made the squad better. So don't look for us to trade our 1st round pick. But if we trade any one of those late round picks, bro, that's all in for Dallas. Because see, Dallas covets greatly their picks. It's how they budget into the future. It's the whole reason why right now the free agents ain't looking as crazy as we think it is. It's because they've built this team and its depth through the draft. So if you see late round trades, that is Dallas' version of all in, especially if they get Marshall's players from it. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for breaking news. Dallas has traded for such and such. It took a 5th rounder to get Saquon. I'm just throwing out a name, even though I know he's a free agent. I'm just saying, look for something like that. That's going to be Dallas's version of all in. Then another thing, you go also see investment into Marshalls. That's what you go see. That's going to be Dallas's version of all in. And they preparing you for it. They say we go get some players that we haven't really gotten before. They preparing you for it. But see, they letting you know it's going to be value free agents because they keep referring to the Randy Gregory, where they lost Randy Gregory, but they got Fowler. They was able to get a couple of more deals. And Fowler, for the price that they paid for Fowler, that was a way better deal than Gregory. Way better. Because you got the same amount of production or better for like 4 times the amount. For real, you know. So they go try to build this team. I'm betting you $1 million that it's gonna be some quality name free agents. Now I'm saying name. Now some of y'all go look at Bobby Wagner and you go hate it. You gonna be like, man, Dallas, y'all gonna steal some kind of way call Bobby Wagner dollar store. I don't know how you do that, but some of y'all I know go do it. I know y'all gonna sit there with a straight face and say this is trash, and it's not. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Most of the Marshalls players have been very good for the team. Very good. It's hard to find a Marshalls player that didn't have a net gain for the Dallas Cowboys. I can go through so many. Even all the way back to Robert Quinn. Just former greats. Former greats, when they play for Dallas, they do good. Even Peters came in late, but he was a former great. Man, they had that old man playing right tackle, left guard, and that dude was old. Dude was older than dirt and got him a whole new contract after being in Dallas.
Bruh.
So yeah, man. Yeah, man. The reason why, let me see, hold on. I think I got one more. Yeah, I already said that. Yeah, that the future is now. And it really is. The future is now. That's why it's not as bad as what. So we really low key sitting exactly what Jerry said, where he say, we're not going to be drafted for the future. He basically saying, if it's a dog sitting right there, we're not going to get cute. We going to get the dog this year. And the main reason I think they going to do it is because I think it's the pressure to win us back. I'm going to finish with the exact same point I started with. They are under pressure to win us back. They feel the pressure. They reading the pressure. It's trending very, very high that a lot of Cowboy fans are not at all believing anything that come out their mouth. That letdown to Green Bay was just too massive. It was too big of a letdown. It was built on the artificial hope of home field advantage. People was already looking past Green Bay. And then on top of that, Green Bay came out and slapped the mess out of Dallas and drove home the narrative even more that Dallas chokes in the biggest moments. And that broke a lot of us, man. It broke us. You can sense it. Because even when I'm talking about what I'm talking about right now, last year, most of y'all would have felt me. Most of y'all still don't feel me right now. Don't feel me at all. And everything I'm saying is very logical, bro. And what I'm saying, that's the logic is departmentalize what we do great versus what we do bad. On culture, we're bad. Politics and favoritism, we're horrible. Getting the talent in the building, we are excellent. Excellent. Not even just good. Excellent. I would even say best in the entire league. So we going into that part to where we do our thing, y'all. Am I saying drink all the Kool-Aid? No. But this version of the Kool-Aid, give me a cup.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread.
Hold on, I need to come back. I forgot something. Super chats. You see, I ain't gonna disrespect y'all like that, man. Hold on real quick. Let me come back. I gotta get these super chats. I almost forgot. See, when y'all bless the show, gotta get these super chats. Man, I almost forgot y'all super chats, man. I gotta get y'all in here, man. Trying to be flying in the show. My boss with the super chat, he said, Cowboys propaganda is like high school rumors. And it's sad to watch, bro. It really is. Sydney said, don't need a lot of pieces, just the right pieces. 12 and 5 teams win in free agency. Perfect. Bruh. I need to hit you with a perfect. Perfect. All right, so that's all my super chats. So now I can end the show.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me,
but we're too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Cause hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, grand to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.